What's happening now at Lucasfilm? Here's the latest rumors and scoops. Welcome back to Views with Hughes or Jennifer News. This is Jerome Hughes, and if you haven't done so already, go ahead, subscribe to the channel, click the bell notifications, so that way you'll be notified of future uploads and updates. So before I begin, I want to let you all know that all of these things that I'm sharing with you all that's coming from Lucasfilm that has not been put out there or confirmed by the latest trades as well, go ahead and take it with a grain of salt because of the fact that they're rumors. All right. So a new rumor coming in from Sparrow going on to Cameron Pashaw stating that there may be a cleanup at Lucasfilm, but that's after the SAG-AFTRA strike ends. Okay, so we may be hinting, there might be a hint of possible news coming soon where the SAG-AFTRA may the strike may be coming to an end soon. All right. So Sparrow also stated that he might have a sense of what might be happening behind the scenes at Disney regarding the strikes as well. And here's what Sparrow actually shared. Okay. So first things first and foremost, we got some interesting news coming in from Lucasfilm where Sparrow shared with Cameron Pashaw that the Five Horsemen, or as we call them, Nazgul, are informing Lucasfilm insiders that Disney CEO Bob Iger plans to negotiate with writers and actors after using the strike to remove unproductive elements from their project. So in other words, Bob Iger is probably planning to take out all the dead weight at Lucasfilm. Okay, so what does it mean by dead weight? Well, it could possibly mean like those who are pushing the whole DEI narrative or responsible for the failures of Lucasfilm. Okay. So Iger is considering using the force majeure not only to terminate unproductive writer contracts, but to also officially cancel projects with low prospects. As a result, many frozen projects on Lucasfilm development slate are likely to be permanently scrapped soon. Now, once the necessary changes are made, Iger will be ready to strike a deal and end the strikes. All right, so this is pretty interesting because not only are we seeing the possibilities with Kathleen Kennedy not being any longer, but Bob Iger may be looking to go ahead and release basically let the contract go. Okay. But with all that being said, the only ongoing Lucasfilm project is Dave Filoni's upcoming Star Wars movie. All other projects are at risk of being canceled despite the strike preventing Filoni from actively working on his script to the heir of the Empire. He's also provided enough story details to other Lucasfilm departments, and this allows them to use the strike period to work on different aspects of the movie, such as production design and location scouting, which are currently underway. Now, notably, other projects, including the fake Rey movie and the Acolyte, are frozen and likely to be officially terminated. So, what exactly will this mean as a possibility? Now, remember, these are rumors that haven't been confirmed yet. Okay, so these are leaks from the insider with Disney, or with Lucasfilm, I mean. Okay, so it's safe to say here that it's possible that we may be closer to people being let go. But my thing is, which are these individuals going to be let go? Is the front office people, the story group, or those who are, the planning, who do the planning of the different movies? Okay, so I mean, it's basically a lot to take in at this time, admittedly. Okay, now, the future of both AHSOKA and Skeleton Crew depends on their performance on Disney+. Now, the Horsemen have shown creative appreciation for both projects, especially for Skeleton Crew, which offers the flexibility to expand the Star Wars universe beyond the Favreau-verse. However, whether these shows get a second season will ultimately be determined by audience reception during the initial release. The initial release. I'm going to tell you right now, a lot of fans are not going to like it because they've already tuned out of Star Wars. Okay. After the abysmal third season of The Mandalorian, as well as what Kathleen Kennedy did at the Star Wars celebration, and with the planning and the talks about the Acolyte coming, I mean, the fans have already tuned out. The fans have already tuned out. I don't even think they're going to go ahead and give Disney another chance with the Star Wars projects with Lucasfilm. Okay, but the fact of the matter is, if these shows don't perform, and AHSOKA included, then that's when it's just basically going to be all removed. Okay. Now, does this also mean that the Favreauverse will be making a return where he's going to control these different projects and stuff? Don't know. Okay. As far as I know, he's probably already checked out, but there hasn't been any word on that or any confirmation. Okay. Now, the Knowledge Group are also continuing their interrogations of Lucasfilm employees, and they're also now progressing up the chain of command using traditional investigation techniques. They have completed questioning low-level employees and now applying pressure to the middle management. In other words, those who are in between. The lower level has been pointing fingers at their immediate superiors for misconduct. So this is what they mean by that. They're going to go from one person, then they're going to go to the person that's actually supervising them. And guess what? The people who's in the middle, who are the supervisors and lower level people, they're going to flip and then turn in those who are working above them. And if it gets higher than that, then we're going to be seeing some heads rolling. Okay, so like I said, the lower levels have been pointing fingers at their immediate superiors for misconduct, which is helping the black writers build a case against the high-ranking individuals. While individuals like Carrie Becks have not been summoned yet, it appears imminent. Now, the Horsemen are building a strong case against the top executives for when they eventually face interrogation. Now, there's also a humorous incident involving the flying monkeys. In other words, the story group. The writer frequently utilized the story group for research, and story outlines received feedback from the Horsemen that their technology write-ups are subpar. Now, consequently, they were compelled to shadow the IT department and essentially, quote, learn how to code. Well, this is interesting because it seems to me they might be losing their jobs. And with the last part, it says learn the code. Okay, because now they're going to go ahead and do a bit of overshadowing those who are working in IT, so that way they'll learn how to code, which means they may be getting kicked off not only the Lucasfilm story group, but maybe showing the door from Lucasfilm entirely. Okay. So these are some pretty interesting developments, if you ask me, because of the fact that not only are we concerned about who may replace Kathleen Kennedy, but we're also seeing here that even people who are currently working at Lucasfilm, who may be considered as dead weight, may be let go soon. Okay, so like I said, this is rumor. Take it all with a grain of salt. Put it in the back spot in your mind and stuff. Write it down your notes to your phones if you have to. So that way, if or when this happens, we can go ahead and reflect back on this and state that Sperber was once again right. So let me know your thoughts about this in the comments below. Let me know what went wrong in the video. Also, be sure to include any additional thoughts that you might have about this. How you feel about Lucasfilm right now? How do you feel about Star Wars, Indiana Jones, so on and so forth? What you think about the Acolyte show coming up? Because we haven't really seen any trailers, and there's like been over hundreds of millions of dollars spent on this project, as well as the fact that there's some rumored legal and criminal things that might be happening surrounding this project. So let me know your thoughts about that in the comments below as well. If you enjoy what I shared in the video, go ahead and be sure to share far wide across social media and like the video. If you enjoyed all the content I put out there, go ahead, subscribe to the channel, click the bell notification, so that way you'll be notified of future uploads and updates. Until then, peace.